I don't know why anyone would talk about their math teacher outside of school. That's just weird. All right, so I don't have these saved, so 16 through 19. Well, let's do this first column. So number 4 says 7 to the 5th times 7 to the 8th. Okay? So the first rule we talked about, if they have the same base, if they have the same base, that means we can take the exponents and combine them. So this is the same as 7 raised to the 5 plus 8th power. So 5 plus 8 is 13. So 7 to the 5th times 7 to the 8th is exactly the same thing as 7 to the 13th. Very good. And that's it. I don't know what you're laughing at, because that wasn't funny.
Why is it not funny? I got 100.
Why is that funny, though? How is getting 100 funny? I don't know, it's lost on me. Girl logic, I guess. Well, actually, Lizette didn't laugh either. Neither did your friend, so you're the only one who laughed, and I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to laugh at your own jokes. I know. All right, so number 7, it's the same thing, except can we combine all of these? No.
Oh, no, you can't. You can combine the B.
You can only combine the B's because it has the same base. If they don't have the same base, you can't mess with them.
So it's A2 times B4.
So we have A squared times B to 6 plus negative 2. And what's 6 plus negative 2? Yeah, I know. Most people do. I'm just saying. Do this with your face. Zip it. Who? Yeah, you. 6 plus negative 2 is 4. That's it. We're not there yet. Yeah, then there won't be learning. All right, so number 10, we have 2 to the 3rd raised to the 4th. So if you have an exponent raised to another exponent, this is the same as 2 to the 3 times the 4th.
What numbers?
So 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 to the 3rd raised to the 4th power is the same as 2 to the 12th. So far, so good? Yeah. You still just... Who? I don't know. Most 8th graders are. Okay, that was a serious math discussion that just happened, and you missed it, but okay. If we have 2 numbers raised to a power, that means you're going to raise each one individually to that power. So 3n raised to the 4th power is going to be the same as 3 to the 4th times n to the 4th.
Wait, does that happen?
Okay.
But why isn't it like, because I thought if there was nothing narrow to 1. So why would it? Oh, but 1 times, okay, never mind.
Okay.
How does that happen?
Because all we're saying is since this 4 is outside the parentheses, it means we're doing it to everything inside. Kind of like how we use the distributive property. It's the same thing with this, except now it's an exponent, so we raise everything to that exponent. And the reason we do that is because we can actually work out 3 to the 4th. We're not going to right now, but you could. So it would make it a little bit simpler, easier to look at than that mess right there. Okay, that's rule number 3 if you're looking at your...
I wrote steps. Some weren't done right.
Yeah, they're all right. They're the first three. All right, number 16. Are we on 16 yet? We're on 16. Get excited. So we have the culmination of all of this mess. So we have b to the fourth squared times b to the third cubed times b to the negative second. Okay, that's cool. So we work out each of these individually. So what would b to the fourth squared? How would we rewrite that? Or which rule is that? 1, 2, or 3? 2. So if we have an exponent raised to another exponent, what do we do with them? We multiply them. So this is going to be b to the 4 times 2. This next one, b to the third cubed would be what? If it's, which rule is this one you're using? 1, 2, or 3? 2. So this is going to be 3 times 3. And then this one, nothing's happening with that, so we can just leave it alone for right now. Right? Well, this is the first step, so I'd write this down first. You might even do it on your paper, or wherever you need to. Take a quick drink break. Grab your gallon of water. Take a drink from it.
You seriously have a gallon of water and take a drink?
Technically, it's not a whole gallon. Most of it's gone. This is like, I don't know, 12 ounces. What?
Miss J, I'll be at your house at 8:02 on my pay. You want to make that 8:02 with 3/4?
You got it? All right, so next step, we say what's 4 times 2? 8. So this is going to be b to the 8th times, the next one would be
9.
b to the 9th. And then this one still hasn't changed. Okay? So now they all have the same base. So what can we do with our 3 exponents now? Combine them how? Which operation? Addition. Because this is now rule number 1. If you have 2 numbers with the same base being multiplied, you just add their exponents together. So now we have b to the 8 plus 9 minus 2 power. What's 8 plus 9 minus 2? 8 plus 9 minus 2? 15. So this works out, all this whole mess is just b to the 15th. That's it. The end. (17), which looks like a squared to the third. Is that right? You could have just told me. There, okay. Plus, no, times. Number 19. We're not even done with 18 yet.
What do you mean?
I didn't do it. So we have exponent raised to another exponent, so we're just going to times them. So negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. On the right side, again, exponent raised to another exponent. That's going to be c to the 3. Oops, this is too far up. So this is c to the 3rd times negative 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Here we're just multiplying two common bases, so we're going to end up with c is negative 10 minus 6, which does work out to c to the negative 16th. By all means, you can probably skip a bunch of these steps as soon as you can recognize what to do. Stop playing Temple Run. We have math to do. Lizette Sanchez. I'm telling everybody that you play Temple Run in the middle of tutoring because you're a jerk. Don't even care. I'm going to take your phone up. I'm going to reset all your scores. That's what I do. All your upgrades you've earned, gone. Forget about them. All right, this is a good problem. I like this. Volume of a cube can be found by using the formula V equals S3. We did that today. So find the volume if each side is 4a squared
This isn't going online, right?
b fourth. Of course it is. We're recording right now.
That's
Yeah.
the previous stuff, right?
Everything.
Oh.
So if here's our cube. Let's draw a cube.
Cube. So
Perfect cube here. And each of the sides on this cube is 4a squared b to the 4th. All right? This is totally how we get our geometry out of the way in algebra.
why?
Because we have to practice it a little bit. So it doesn't even make sense. Like, why would the side of a cube be 4a squared b to the 4th? But whatever, there it is.
Terrible.
So all of this is the side length, right? So we can say S equals that mess. So to find the volume, we have to take that and do what with it? Cube it. So we're going to say 4a squared b to the 4th, and that whole thing is going to get cubed.
So we just put that?
Well, that's part of it. But you never want to have exponents raised to other exponents. So how can we remove this cubed? What do we have to do? Which rule is that?
Two?
Look at your paper.
I don't have the rule.
No, there are questions 1, 2, and 3 right here.
Oh, okay.
So we have a bunch of numbers in parentheses, right? 3 different terms, all raised to an exponent. So what did it say to do?
Times them?
Remember we talked about distributing? We take this 3rd power and we apply it to everything in here. So this is going to be 4 to the 3rd power, right? Because it's cubed, dog.
What? I'm not, no. Don't you multiply them? We're going to do like 6.
Not yet, because all we're looking at is just the 4. The 4 is all by itself. So it's going to be 4 to the 3rd power. Okay? Times. Now we look at the a. So right now we have a squared. And what are we going to do with that?
Cube it?
We're going to cube it. Yeah. And then we look at our last term. So this is going to be times b to the 4th. What? Cubes. So that's get rid of the big outside parentheses. Now we look at what do we do with each individual piece. So 4 to the 3rd, that's good. That's just a number. And we could work that out, but we're not going to. How about this green part? How could we simplify a squared to the 3rd power? Which rule is that? Times it. That's rule number 2. So we say it's going to be a squared times 3, or a to the 6th. And then our red term here, b, what would we do with that? Is this different from A? No, so we're going to do the same thing. So this is going to be B to the 4 times 3. And then 4 times 3 is 12. We're going to bring down our 4 to the 3rd here. And that's it.
That's the answer?
That's the answer.
It still looks terrible.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
I probably remember how to do this.
Well, that's why we're going to practice it like every day. I'm glad you're here because I thought everyone was going to get this really easily, but it seems like some people didn't.
What do you mean?
This whole idea of exponents. So now we know to spend more time and watch more YouTube videos, right?
Nope.
Yes.
We have to run errands.
Errands. Yeah, here's your errand right here. Spend 16 minutes on the computer, not checking your Twitter and Facebook.
I don't have to put it
You need to be commenting, and subscribing. Don't say no, say yes I will. Okay, good night.